Good afternoon. It's a great day to learn about blended learning. Thank you all for your willingness to gain knowledge about blended learning. Let's start with what is blended learning? The definition of blended learning. Blended learning takes online learning and combines it with face-to-face instruction. The percentage of time given to each method of instruction doesn't matter. As long as it is some configuration of face-to-face and online learning, it is blended learning. Blended learning can even take place in a classroom as long as part of the time is independent online work. Yujun et al. Describe blended learning as a student-centered, flexible, and self-regulated method of learning. Frederic et al. Describe blended learning as an increasingly popular method of learning worldwide. Blended learning is also the best of both worlds. Abu Salam et al. Stated that blended learning combines face-to-face learning with online learning, therefore allowing students to experience the benefits of both educational configurations. What are the reasons for implementing blended learning? First, let's look at increased learning capabilities. A blended learning situation has been found by Warren et al. To allow students to take control of their own learning and increase self-efficacy. Blended learning fosters independence and self-regulation skills. Expanded access to the internet and technology. Due to the rapidly expanding internet and technology usage of the average American, technology has become increasingly available for use outside of the classroom. This increase in internet and technological device availability has made blended learning a reality in many school systems and universities. Enhanced student engagement. Berna and Sarabi, Frederic et al., Yujun et al. All found from their research that blended learning increases student engagement and learning. Teaching 21st century skills. 21st century skills are knowledge and abilities that are needed or will be needed to perform 21st century jobs. Part of this 21st century training involves not just giving students answers, but providing students with the ability to learn where and how to locate answers. Blended learning puts students in an independent situation where they control their own learning but have resources available to help when needed. These skills will help them in real-world job scenarios in their future. What are the challenges of blended learning? First of all, self-regulation. Rashid et al. Stated that self-regulation challenges involve the set of related students' behavior that deter them to self-regulate their feelings, thoughts, and actions which are planned for achieving their learning goals. In blended learning, where students are in the online portion of their classwork, there's a certain amount of self-regulation necessary for learners to avoid procrastination and manage their time properly. During the online part of blended learning, there is no teacher standing there looking over the student's shoulder, encouraging them to do their work. It is generally asynchronous and on their own timeline. Therefore, it is the student's responsibility to stay current on their classwork. Comfortability of technology usage by teachers and students. Adding technology into educational instruction has brought a degree of apprehension for students and teachers, per Rashid et al. Since students are working independently for part of the time during blended learning, it is necessary that they have the technological skills to work on their own. As far as teachers, they have to be technologically competent and able to not only do their job, but to also be a technology resource for their students. Schools and universities have the obligation to train both the teachers and the students in technology and online learning in order to make blended learning successful. Lastly, students seeking online assistance. According once again to Rashid et al., a concern found among students is that they were not able to get timely assistance when out of the face-to-face portion of their blended learning. In Rashid et al.'s study, it was found that learners sought online help from search engines such as Google. Therefore, students must feel at ease with their instructor in order for them to be comfortable asking questions and seeking help. Summary and conclusion. Before committing to blended learning, schools and institutions must take into account the benefits and challenges mentioned earlier. If you choose to go forward with blended learning, ensure that not only your teachers, but also your students are trained and well prepared for this educational step.